Hey there, this is Samuel from Redominate Life, and today I'm in Sad Orange. I wanted to make a quick video on saving money and give you some my most valuable treasured advice on how I personally save money. I did shoot a video the other day in my attic in the night, but it has some very valuable information in that video. I wanted to remake the video over, but I realized it was so valuable, so I'm just gonna join it to this video. And the lighting is not the best because it's in the night and I'm using my camera my phone camera instead of my actual camera that I use for recording videos, so please bear with it, but you could hear me clearly what I'm saying. And also it contains some explicit content, a little bit of cursing not cursing, but some raw stuff here and there. So if you're watching with your kids, please close their ears. But you have to be an adult to watch it, 18 plus. So enjoy this video, and definitely I hope this video will help you out. Hey, this is Samuel. Today I'm here to give you some quick tips on how to save money. But most importantly, I'm gonna tell you what I did. I remember the first time I saved so much money was see how many years, about 3 4 years ago. That was like the first time I actually set a goal to save a certain amount of money, and actually it was $6,000 I wanted to save, and it took me a year and a half to save that money at that time. But I was so happy. I was so happy when I was able to do it, but it wasn't easy. So I understand. And I've had people contact me and say, tell me about their business plan or tell me about their ideas, and they will always ask me if I could, give them some money, loan them money or whatever, which I would, I mean, I've helped, help so many people that I can. I always try to help people. I always try to give, people something I have. If I have something, I always give people. Sometimes I don't have it, and it really burns me, it really hurts me. I'm not able to help everybody, give it, what I mean. So it's like, in a way, it's like you cannot help them, so I was like, so I really wanted to make this video and share with you how I personally raise money, and how you could save money. Now, forget about entrepreneurship, forget about starting a business and stuff like that. I know not everybody is into that. Some have jobs, want to make a career or do what, have your own path or your own journey, whatever it is that you're doing. You definitely still need money, whether you're a mom, going about your work, you need money. You're a family man, you have kids, stuff like that. You need to save money. Your career, you're a student, you definitely need to save money. Everybody needs save money. We all need money at some point. That's savings, and most people, when it comes to savings, the first thing that I'll talk about is how people feel about savings. Because I feel most people have bad, like, wrong beliefs about savings, and I did too. First, I mean, I like the idea of savings. It's like you could mental masturbate, or think, how, like, feel how good it would be to have savings. We all like savings. Like, who doesn't like savings? Like, if I come up to you and tell you, hey, boom, I have 10,000 of savings for you, like, would you say, oh, I don't want it? Like, oh, I don't need savings? Like, hell no. You'd be very happy you want it. But then it's like, okay, do you want to save? But why don't you have it? Why don't you have that money saved up or some money saved up? But it's because of we haven't been able to do that. And I personally, first of all, and how I first viewed it was that and these are the beliefs I had against it, and most of us do. And I believe that, like, if you save money, like, you're not gonna use it. It's like it's like money that's sitting there, and it's like a punishment, to save money. See, see how ridiculous it is, right? So I was like, oh, I'm gonna have this money. I mean, of course, I don't think I would need it. Why am I gonna like sacrifice? Go, sacrifice something, like sacrifice buying is something that I need right now, buying some sneakers or um, buying stuff that I need. We all need something, we all want something, things that we need, things that we need and things that we want, but we all want something, like just so many things you could get. Like even if I give you the world right now, you still want something else. You still want the space or the universe or whatever, so it's like we all want something. So at first it was so hard for my body to, or my mind and my emotions to come together and say, I want to set this money aside. It's like putting me in jail. It was like ridiculous. It's like so hard. It's like hate myself. To do something like that. But I wanted it. Like we all do. So it's like you have to. So that was my big thing. And that was one emotion or one personal limiting belief that I had to overcome. It's like, other you not gonna save money. You're not gonna. You're gonna go a year. You don't even save any money. You're gonna always say, I'm gonna save. Years to go by, you never save money. Because you always have that limiting belief. Even if the thing is, with the limiting belief, it's like also ingrained in you. So even if you don't say, you could say, oh, I want money, I want to save, but it's because ingrained in your subconscious and in your body, you wouldn't even feel like saving money, and the feeling is stronger than your mind, because you could say whatever, but you could say whatever you want to say, but then when it comes to it, it's like, I don't want that feeling, that feeling. Like pay attention to yourself. You notice that feeling. So it's like you wanna come those limiting beliefs, about savings, and we all have different ones. Everybody has their own. I could give you go on and tell you. But notice yourself. The first step to saving money is listen to yourself. And I'm not saying listen to yourself to or how you want to save money. Listen to yourself as to how you feel when it's time for you to take that money and put it aside. When you're looking at that watch you could buy, or that trip you could take, or something, that restaurant you could go to, So listen to yourself and identify those emotions, identify those emotions. And then once you identify the emotions, you also need to sit down for a minute and think about why you need to save. To me it was big because it got to a point where there were times that I needed money. I was dead broke, man. I was dead broke, man. It's horrible. I can't even know how I made it through certain times. I was dead broke. I have no money. Like, I had no money at all. Like my car would break down. Now this car that was all. That's why I didn't have money to buy a good car. I'll buy these used cars. They'll always break down. I had to go to the mechanic to go get them fixed. And when it breaks down, it's like you don't have work. And if you don't have work, you don't have money. You have bills piling up. Man, it was horrible. So I needed money, and then I'll ask around for money and ask friends, Some people, sometimes you get help, but sometimes it's like some people you thought will have it, they don't have it. Honestly, don't have it. They'll help you, they'll give you their life and their blood, but they don't have it. If they don't have it, they don't have it. So, what the fuck are you gonna do then? It's like that. And then people that you thought might, wouldn't help you, sometimes they will help you. So, or not, so it's like, you need to have your savings. If you have savings, something that you could depend on. If something happens and you get fired for your job, or you need to take days off, you need savings. If you have a kids, something might come up, you might need to grab into the emergency savings and use it to help them, and also that security, that sense of security that we could rest and know that you have backup. So there are so many reasons, but to me personally at that time, it's like I wanted to start this business. So it's like I need to save this 6,000 and I'll use that money to start this business. And I was so pumped up about starting a business and about not having to work like on a long term. Although I'm working now and I'm doing these things, like a long time I don't want to be working for anybody. I want to be working for myself. That's me. So I was like, I need to save this money. It was like the ticket out of prison for me, So I was like, I need to do this, and it was so strong in my heart. I wasn't just saying it to feel good, but I could feel it in my heart, in my soul, that this is what I fucking want to do. So you wanna find your own goal, or your own desire, or what is it that you want to do for savings. If you're saving the money, you're not gonna use it immediately, but you're gonna use it for say for your kids, or for business, or for, well, I say business, but for something that you want to make sure that you have it down. So write down. So do this. So the first two steps is knowing what is stopping you from savings, and also why you want to save. Those are emotions. They're just emotions that are there anyways. So you just have to uncover them and then use them. So once you know what it is and why you want to save, then you go to the third step, which is like the grail, the holy grail of savings. Saving the money is not not that hard. It's not hard. The hardest part is overcoming the beliefs of why you don't want to save, and why you need to save. That is like 80% of the work on yourself, and you have to do it. You have to do it personally. You might get help and stuff like that. People could help you, mentors and stuff like that, but most of it will come from internally. So once that is done, 20% of the rest of the work is easy, because it's all principles. It's all principles. So 80% is yourself. Once you get out of the way, the rest is principles. Saving money is not hard. So after that, what you want to do is basically saving money is putting extra money aside. So you set how much you want to set aside. Based on, you don't want to be ridiculous. Be tight, because when you're too tight, your body wouldn't allow you to save money. It's like a mental thing. So you want to create space. Say if you are making $1,000 a month, right? Your expenses is like $700 a month. You could save $100 a month. You have extra $200 to do whatever bullshit you want to do. And then save the $100. So it's not too tight. You have a leeway. And like your body, your as a human beings, we love that. Your body loves that, and it'll help you save the money. Trust me, if you're like gonna put like 700 up, let's say your expense is 700, right? And you say you're gonna put 300 aside, it's gonna be very hard, very, very hard in the beginning. And also, you don't have the habit of saving money, of momentum, and I'll go into that in a minute. But yeah, so you want to do that aside. So set aside some small thing that you put in aside, and you get some momentum going and get in the habit. So that's that. Now, in terms of putting money aside, there's two ways. That's all principles, and I learned this from before, where when I was a financial advisor and a financial planner, because we help people do it, clients and stuff. But it's simple, but not simple. So what you want to do is, I know you're working now, because sometimes there's so many situations, right, circumstances, so, and we are all different based on where we work, our situation. Some of you might be females, guys that are married with kids. You might be in school, you might be an entrepreneur. So it's different situations, but it comes down to how much you're making and how much you spend in each month and how much is left over, right? So the way in which I did it was that and the way to do it is that you see how much you spend in each month, how much you need, how much your expenses are. So you sit down, and this is like just about 30 minutes, 45 minutes. You sit down, check how much you are spending each month. Let's say you're making 1,000 each month, and your expenses come down to say 900, right? One thing too is that a lot of people are living paycheck to paycheck, because they make money, but everything else is going back out. So the money comes in and goes back out to expenses and everything, and the month is back to the same process, and it's kind of like living on the edge, and it's very dangerous. It's so dangerous when something happens. Let's say they miss a few days of work, It's dangerous. They cannot be, they will miss payments. It's like it will go down the hill. It's very dangerous. So because I've been there. There are times when I even wasn't making enough to cover my expenses. I had to like struggle and borrow money here and there just to make up my expenses for a few. It was crazy. But anyway, so when you do that, it's like you wanna. So when you're living paycheck like that, it's hard to save. So there's two things you could do from there. That's interesting, and this is where the juice is. So the first thing you could do is you could cut back. You could cut back on expenses because I don't care what it is like or what you're doing. Usually, if you look into your expenses, you realize that there are some things that you could let go. Some people, people spend too much money on extra stuff, and that's what I was doing. I mean, certain things I didn't need. Certain things I wanted, certain things I didn't need. Look to my phone bill, and I was with this ridiculous phone bill company paying too much money, like $83 to $100 a month on phone, on like a simple cell phone plan, like for what? I cut that down. I found like a simple one where it's like $50, whatever, for, and I could make my calls, and it was okay. It's like it was just name brands. Most of buying designer stuff, you could get like another designer style of this of it, like a lesser pay. So instead of making $1,000 and your expenses is 800, you want to look to your expenses and see what you don't need. Our situation, everybody's situation is different. Some people have kids, some people are single, some people are traveling. They have a traveling lifestyle. Whatever situation your lifestyle is, just look to your expenses. See things where you could save. Even with food, eating out is like a big expense. If you're eating out all the time, like you spend so much money out. Like me, for instance, what I do is if I'm buying food out, if I spend like $30, like $10 in the morning, $10 in the afternoon, $10 in the evening, that's $30 a day. That's $150 on a week, excluding the weekends. Just on food alone. But what I was doing was that I'll go to, this lady, she makes food, but she'll make it like in bulk, but it's cooked food, also, so I don't have to spend time cooking. I mean, I cook here and there, but not all the time. I could spend that time for something else, so I'll buy bulk food and I'll eat it during the week, and then I'll save money, that way, I'll save a lot of money just on eating out. Now, you could eat out here and there, but not all the time, so look in your situation, and that way you cut back. If you're living in a big house with 3-4 rooms by yourself, like what are you staring at the other rooms? You could probably move to one apartment. Like I always lived in a little room, by myself. I just need a place to leave my head, place for my books and my study materials, whatever. Simple lifestyle. I have a couple of shoes, stuff like that. And there are times when you can't have money. Now trust me, I want a big house. I want to buy clothes. Nice things, looks nice, and travel and do all these things. But as my income increases, and I also know our savings, I could do all of those things. It has to be calculated. It has to be very strategic, So like that, you could cut back. And basically, what you could do is find a smaller room and basically save your money. You might be paying $1,000 for rooms, or if you need to move and change locations, change locations. You might be paying $500 for a room. Nice kitchen, bathroom, whatever. Instead of paying $1,002, extra $700 could be moved for savings. So that's the other way. You cut back on what you have. You have to cut back. I could go on and on and on and on and on. You cut back, and let's say before you're spending $800, now you're spending $600. So now you have extra $400 a month to save. And basically, what you do is you don't even have to save all of it. You could save like $300, and then basically the $100 that is left, you could bash it up, blow it up, whatever, and then you keep saving. You keep saving that money, and the money will add up. Now, the reason why it took me so long, a year and a half, to save the $6,000 was that there were some months I just blew the money. Because when you have the money, there's also an emotion that comes in that will tell you that you have enough money. Oh, this month, this is blow. You already have enough money saved. There's emotion that comes in. Oh, you need to give this people this money. Or spend this money about, like You don't need to do all of that. You need to watch yourself, and that's why I advocate meditation, because it's the only way you could be aware of the emotion when they do come in. And that's when you have a strong emotion that said, oh, I feel like I don't deserve this money that I've saved, oh, there are people that need money, oh, blah 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 blah, and that's the extra bullshit. Like, you could be aware of it and then say, oh, that's an emotion, I acknowledge it, and then you keep on saving. Now, because you have to deal with all the emotion that comes in when you save a lot of money, and that way you can save money, and then basically you go on and on once you build the habit. Right? Because your income, what happens is that now you have to say you're bringing 1,000, and now you just say you're bringing in 2,000. So you don't have to change your lifestyle anyways. You don't have to give up your shopping. I know women love shopping. They have to go buy their shoes, their handbags, their makeup, during the week. Guys, we have the stuff that we like to do, so you wouldn't distort your lifestyle in any way if you increase your income. That also, the only thing that will be distorted is you have to temporarily change your lifestyle. If you have to change work, doesn't matter whether you love your job to death or the jobs really loves you. You have to go find another job that will pay you more money. If you make it $15 an hour, you could find a job that will pay you more, $25 an hour or more, $30 an hour, whatever it is. So now let's say you're making 1,000 before, your expenses is 800, you only have 200 left. Now your income is $2,000, right? You have an extra $1,000 that is left, and basically that money you could take straight to the bank. You don't even have to look at it. Some people have automatic setup where your income will come to your account and it will automatically be transferred into your savings. So you don't even have to look at it. You have to smell it. You have 90 dollars in it, and let it go straight away. That is people that don't have extreme self-control, or don't have enough self-control. When I was saving money, what I was doing was, of course, I increased my income. I used that route. Now it's increasing my income, and my expenses was very low. So I was making my expenses was around $700. And I was trying to save. Was I trying to save $1,000 each month? I think it was close to 1,000, if not 800 each month. But I was making more than my expenses. And I try to live very simple. I didn't buy extra shoes, although I needed extra shoes, right? I wasn't shopping a lot of clothing all the time. I tried to keep a certain number of clothing. I always wash them, keep them clean and neat. I have times when I get a haircut, and like that. If I could do a shape up, I would shape it up myself. Be decent. Basically I wasn't going out with friends here and there. I wasn't doing any traveling or doing nothing. Basically I was just working, eating, sleeping, and saving. I was just doing that. And there were months where I didn't save. So I saved. If I know I had saved 1,000, the first 1,000 or 2,000 you save is the hardest. For some reason your emotion, your mind just holds you down. It's like it's holding your hand back, like, do not put the money inside the freaking account. So it's like those were the hardest. But as soon as after I saved the 1,000, 2,000, it was much easier. It was like it was a flow. And the important lesson there is that you get into a habit. Habit is the master of life. So once you get into the habit, it's easier. You just go and you just could put money in. What I did was I personally drive to the ATM, take my check out, and put it in the ATM. And I'll do that all the time. So and I have pleasure of putting money in the account. And when I said my first 1,000, I was so happy. I celebrated it. I was so happy. Now I would laugh. I would just be so happy. Naturally, you have to celebrate the 1,000 that you put in. Don't be there and be like, like 1,000. Yeah. When am I gonna get to? You're looking at the big picture. You have to celebrate the little things. The little money you put in. The little increases. You have to celebrate that money like a motherfucker. Celebrate it and be happy about it. And that joy, you'll be longing to go put in your next money, your next savings, whatever. So this is Sam from We Dominate Life. I definitely hope this video helped you out. in terms of saving money for your business, for yourself, for your family, for your projects and things in life, just for the security of it, because we all know savings is important. And take care, and until next time.